All right, breezing through the first hour here to wrap it up. And when we're wrapping up the hour on a Friday, we're wrapping up the week. So you got to bring in a closer. And the hot topic right now is many of the blue cities and blue states around the country are starting to try to lock us down again. They actually got curfews of 10 p.m. They want you to wear masks everywhere you go, social distance. Right here in New York, Governor Cuomo says if you don't wear a mask, you're not that smart. Okay? So let's get to the bottom of it. Let's get a real expert on this stuff. We have Allan Stevo with us right now. He's the author of a new book called Face Masks in One Lesson, big libertarian thinker. So you have scientific, conclusive evidence that face masks are not working for America.
There's no question about that. In fact, April 3rd was the day that the CDC came out and suddenly reversed their opinion. The political hacks suddenly reversed their opinion, but the scientists were looking at data May 2020, just a month later, after they said everyone must be masked. In a CDC journal called Emerging Infectious Disease, there's a study by Zhao, Xiao, fantastic study for anyone who cares about this topic. It reviewed 14 other studies, and it says these don't work. These are gold standard studies. These are controlled randomized trials with laboratory confirmed results. The masks don't work. It's very clear. And it goes a step further. It even says these masks might make things worse the way people are using them. And it says things, tell me if you've ever seen anyone follow these kinds of instructions. It says things like, your hands must be sterile before you put on the mask. The mask must be sterile. If the mask gets moist while you're wearing it, it must be removed immediately and changed. And these protocols just aren't being followed. We can't even pretend that it is working.
So when I wear the mask, I'm just going to give you my own observation. When I wear the mask, I feel like there's condensation building up in it quickly. If I put my sunglasses on, then my sunglasses get foggy. And I feel like my face is sweating in this area. My skin gets irritated. Aren't some of those things almost worse for me than the potential of some little particle floating up my nose?
Oh, it's awful. I don't know about what's better or worse, but the masks don't stop it. The masks don't stop the particles from getting out, which is what is said to be the reason. And what you said about Cuomo, you quoted Cuomo. What Cuomo said is great, actually. It weren't coming from a governor who was doing such horrible, tyrannical lockdowns right now and enforcing these mask rules. You know, it's great if every individual gets to say, I'll wear a mask or I won't. I hope all the afraid people who believe in masks wear their masks. I don't have a problem with that. But the idea that government's saying everyone must wear a mask, and it's so obvious this doesn't work, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, look, here we are. We started out with, all right. You know, I'm pretty libertarian myself. You know, one of my great friends is Patrick Byrne. He's a great libertarian. He's always, you know, schooling me. They said 2 weeks to stop the spread, right? And we say, all right, I don't like that, but maybe it's for the best of everyone. So 2 weeks to stop the spread. 7 months later, many more people than I've ever seen in life are wearing masks, wearing gloves, and all this other stuff. But now they're telling us that we're spiking terribly. So I guess the mask didn't do much.
It looks that way. And, you know, there's nothing as permanent as a temporary government program, a few wise people have said in the past. And we just, we're in a situation where it's obvious this isn't working. So many people know it's not working. So many people hate putting on that mask, but they've just been kind of drawn into complacency around this corona communism. And I don't know how else this could have happened, that communism was put upon the U.S., but this is worse than anything that happened in the USSR in at least one regard. At least one regard, the USSR, publicly atheist, they were never able to shut down the churches. And it happened in the U.S., and if you give an American a good enough reason, it looks like, they'll do almost anything. A great place to stop is with these face masks. Stop complying with the face masks. And I write a book about that, Face Masks in One Lesson, that very easily, very simply points out from many, many examples over the course of this year how someone can stop wearing a face mask. It's so simple.
It is crazy. Hey, if all my viewers out there, if you want some good ammo when you're at your cocktail parties arguing with your liberal friends about why every single person should be able to have their individual liberty and freedom to either wear it or not, I don't know why that's that hard. But check out Face Masks in One Lesson by Allan Stevo. Allan, I just want to, you're a contributor to the Daily Caller, you're a contributor to the Hill. In your life, have you ever seen anything as crazy as this with what they're doing with the mainstream media?
After college, I was able to live in Europe for a few years in one of the post-communist countries. And I wondered how I spoke to so many people about how communism worked and how this people went into a new normal. They even had a word for it, normalizacja. They called it the new normal in Czechoslovakia, just like Dr. Fauci would call it. And I always wondered, how does a sane population go to that? And it was a very prosperous country. And suddenly, with a stolen vote in 1948 by the communists, they locked down the country shortly thereafter and put the most horrible checks in place. I haven't seen it in my lifetime. I've always wondered how this would happen, but this reflects very closely Czechoslovakia in 1948. A stolen election, thugs on the street, thugs in the government, everyone bullying the good people, and some people fight, some people run, some people sit complacent. How do we stop so many people from sitting complacent?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I always quote this. You know, first they came for the socialists, and many times in history we've seen the populist doesn't realize that it's time to fight back until it's too late. So please keep pushing the same message, and ask my audience, please go out and check out Face Masks in One Lesson by Allan Stevo. Allan, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
John, thank you so much.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon. All right. We just breezed through 1 hour, but it was so nice. We're going to do it twice. I'm going to come back in just 1 minute and kick off the second hour of a Stop the Steal Friday right after